just go to centre back.
The real reason why I brought Dylan on, he said a controversial take. Do you want to tell the people what you said?
What did I say?
You said a certain Declan Rice could reach a certain level, and people need to stop thinking that's out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, I was saying on that show the other week, and they really killed me there as well, because they clipped it up to make it look like the Liverpool fan had a better argument than he did. They chopped out pretty much everything I said that broke down the point perfectly. But he's no, I think Declan Rice is a player. He's one of England's. He's the best midfielder we've got at England right now, and has been for about 2 years. He's going to be for about the next 5 or 6 years, unless anyone magical comes along. He's got top defensive abilities, ball carrying abilities, insane passer of the ball, unreal goal scorer. His ball striking's mental. His set piece taking from corners and free kicks. And I was just saying, we look at your Steven Gerrards and your Lampards and your Scholes, and they're unreal players and they're legends of the game, but they're not. But they're some of England's best midfielders. They're not Iniestas. They're not Ronaldinhos. They're not Andrea Pirlo's. They're not Hullet. So, you know what I'm trying to say? These are levels that a player like Declan Rice should be looking at and thinking, well, yeah, once I've retired, I want to go down in those kind of conversations, and I think he can.
Iniesta conversations or England's best midfield?
You say it's
I'm talking about the Gerrards and Lampards of the.
You say it's controversial, but I don't really think that's that controversial. The only thing
I don't think that's that controversial at all.
I do think though that when you say Gerrard and that, I do think he probably is in those brackets. I think you think he's not, but Gerrard is in those conversations, and I think Declan Rice isn't. He's not really. You can't get. He's not there yet. Like to say that he's
only 25 or 26, isn't he? I think I'm saying by the time his career's done and he's carried on scoring all of these vital goals and he's carried on consistently on a week-to-week basis, dropping 7, 8, 9s out of 10s. And it's just like once there becomes a stage where we can look and say, yo, he's been doing this for 10 years and he's popped up with this moment and that moment, the 2 free kicks against Real Madrid, the goal from 40 yards at Stamford Bridge, the goal at Old Trafford, and you'll just be able to add them all up eventually and go, yeah, this is an unreal. This is a top player. Like this is one of.
Which one are you saying though? Because I think I get what you're saying. Because I think
I originally compared him to Gerrard. It was a debate with a Liverpool fan on goal.
Oh, okay. Because I don't think you'll get. I don't think you'll get to the Iniestas and Xavi level.
I wasn't talking about the Iniestas. I'm saying when you look at the Gerrards and Lampards and Scholes, they weren't Iniestas, Xavis, and
Okay.
They were just the best England's had to offer. They weren't of that. They weren't in that bracket.
I get what you're saying.
So I was saying, that's the level Declan Rice can reach.
I agree with you. I don't. Where's the controversy? I agree with him. I don't think. I think the only player that I think will probably supersede him is probably Gerrard. I think Scholes is probably a bit better as well, but Gerrard. I think Lampard. I think he can probably potentially reach that level.
Lampard.
I mean, it depends on kind of how you want to categorize it. Because if you're looking at kind of England's performances with Declan Rice and him. You're looking at semi-finals, finals. You're talking about, getting to the upper echelons of international competition as well. When you're looking at him with Arsenal, the things that he's doing as well. I think the only thing that's going to really put him into that pecking order is if he starts to win. And that's kind of a lot of the conversations, even with the likes of Saka and stuff like that as well. But if Declan Rice, like, for example, goes and delivers, and he has to be vital as well. He can't just be a part of the cog, but goes and delivers an international trophy whilst getting success at whether it's Arsenal, whether he moves on to another club, and he can also get that sort of club level success. There's no questions he supersedes all of them, because the reality of the matter is they couldn't do it at an international level. Club level, yes, but then look at the talent they were littered with at club level. That's what I'm going to say. I don't think it's that difficult for him to supersede Gerrard at all.
Oh,
I think if
wait, one sec. When you're saying you don't think it's difficult to supersede Gerrard has won Champions Leagues.
So
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to figure out when you say.
The reason why I'm saying it is because of this, right? For me, I think England are very close to international success, right? That's my opinion, and I'm not saying that's like going to happen. But I can see them getting it over the line in the next few competitions, which Rice will be a part of and probably one of the key parts of as well. So that's one thing. So international success will, in my opinion, he will get something, whether it's a Euros, World Cup, something of that nature. I do believe he'll win with England. On top of that, we're on the precedence of like absolutely winning things. So whether that becomes multiple Champions League, whether it becomes multiple, league titles, I do think he's going to start to win majors, and that's going to then trophy-wise they can't talk. Then the only thing they're going to talk about is whether his ability matches those abilities, and that's a conversation you can have. But for me, I do think he's going to be vital for us winning multiple things. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's that difficult, because Gerrard's career wasn't littered in trophies.
Bro, what are you saying? I'm trying to figure out.
He's saying
he's trying to say
Declan Rice can surpass his legacy.
No, but he keeps saying it won't be. He keeps saying it won't be that difficult. And what I'm trying to explain, I know, but what I keep trying to explain to you is you can't say something wrong. We've never won a Champions League in our history. So
but he can win multiple league titles.
But you keep saying, in my opinion, we haven't won the league title yet.
No. I'm saying he will, because he's 21. He's 24. He's got years ahead.
Bro, what I'm saying is, you keep saying it like what Gerrard has been doing is easy to do. Gerrard, is like he's like a kingpin in his team. He's a person that has gone on. Rice. No, Rice is not the kingpin in his team.
Rice is a vital part of what we do.
No, he's a vital part. But I'm saying what you're not understanding is if you replaced Rice with Gerrard in that Liverpool team, they might not go on to win Champions League. If you replace Gerrard with Rice now,
we don't know, because I know it's West Ham, right? And I know it's a Conference League, but that's their level. That's like the best they're going to win for now anyway. And like, he was a very vital part. So it's hard to say that if you did replace him, that's like the same as saying if you put Gerrard in the team,
so that means you're basically saying Rice is better than Vieira.
Not necessarily.
But do you think Rice
but Vieira did do a lot of things though.
I know, but he didn't win the Champions League though, did he? He didn't win the Champions League.
No, but I'm not saying you have to win the Champions League. I'm saying he could go on to win the Champions League for us, and he can win multiple. But the likelihood is he'll win multiple league titles that will then surpass, or you can put them into the same bracket of winning Champions League. I get it. They're always going to say, but he won the Champions League. But for me, if he goes on to win multiple league titles, it's like Kevin.
He hasn't gone past Gerrard because he wins multiple league titles.
Not yet. No, but not yet. He will.
Why will he? Because he won multiple league titles.
No, not just that, but also what he does for the team. Like we've just mentioned, he has been a vital cog to what our success is going to look like. When you look at the goals, the corners, the set pieces, he's been vital to us even getting to the stage in terms of when he was signed to where we are now. We're a much better team when he's in the team.
We are.
But he's a vital part of it.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. You're saying he is a vital part of it. But when you say it won't be hard to go past Gerrard, that's basically what you're saying is. It's easy to be great, which is not. So
no, I'm not saying it in that manner, but it's like, for example, I can say, like, for example, with Saka, right? There's certain things I find because of how good they already are, it's not going to be that much more difficult for them to get into those conversations and actually, in some argument, even surpass them.
But who like Saka to surpass Salah? He has, you know how hard that will be. He has to.
No, I'm not comparing it to Salah. I'm talking about being England's best, right? Because when you're talking about Salah, you're talking about the greatest. That's when you start talking about the Henry and stuff like that in attack.
I think Saka is. Saka's chasing guys like Raheem Sterling, and then once he gets that level, then he's going for the Rooneys and them men.
But he's nowhere near that.
He's nowhere near that yet. He's
no, you're talking about a guy. No. But you're talking about a guy's career who's ended, and a guy who's 23.
Bro,
he's currently 23.
Rooney was 18. Are you not going mad or something?
No. I'm not saying he's going to get for a second. Forget that. What I'm saying is when it comes to the Rice going to Gerrard and stuff like that. For me, the reason why I'm saying it's not that difficult for Rice is because he's perfectly set up at his age to surpass it. Because if you're looking at it, because you're looking at it as if he has to win a Champions League, that's the only thing that will ever surpass Gerrard. No, I'm saying he can go on to win, let's say 2-3 league titles, and I won't even I'll consider that to be like, okay, cool. I know he won a Champions League, but Rice won 3 league titles and he won a Euros. Because I do think England will win internationally whilst Rice is here.
I think when it comes to comparing legacies and all these other things, it really comes down to what you've won and how important you are in those winnings. Because you could be a player like, no disrespect to Michael Carrick, but he's not as important to those titles.
No. Don't disrespect.
He's not as important.
You're going mad again.
No, he's not as important to those titles.
No.
Hear me out. I don't think Carrick is as important to those titles as Rooney was to all those Man United.
Yeah, but Rice won't be as important as Saka, for example. Like, we know that there's always going to be the guy. Like, Salah, for example, Salah is the guy that won a lot of things for Liverpool, but that doesn't mean Van Dijk isn't just as important.
But I feel like what you're doing, you're forgetting how good these guys were. We haven't got a player.
They just never knew.
We haven't got a player as good as Carrick right now. You lot would say we have. We haven't.
Like, no, I rate Carrick highly.
Yeah, I know. But when you're saying that these guys are certain level,
you're talking today. I'm talking let their careers end and what we think their careers.
But what I'm saying is, what Rice and Saka and them guys have done, they've not done anything yet. By this point, these guys had already won stuff. So you lot are saying it as if to say, like,
but Salah hadn't won anything at their age either. So what is Salah again? Salah at their age hadn't won much either.
No, Salah hadn't. But you're not talking about Salah, are you? You're talking about.
No, but what we're saying is you're going to consider Salah as one of the greats, right? Like one of the best.
Yeah, he went on to win 2 Champions Leagues.
Exactly. That's what we're saying. Titles. He's going like Rice and the likes of.
You're saying it like it's guaranteed. Okay.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. You're talking about a guy's career who's ended versus a guy who's.
One second. The dangerous thing about talking about legacies.
Let me hear what you said.
I'm foreseeing what I believe their careers to end with. And I'm saying if they do that, that's when you can say they've surpassed. I'm not saying today, as in Declan Rice today is better than Gerrard. No, I'm saying by the time his career ends, I believe Rice will be.
No, but also the opinion of these players change massively over 1 to 2 years when they start winning. So go back and look at certain players and how you viewed them before they're winning major trophies. Like,
I understand, but what I'm saying is
massively.
I feel like because Declan Rice, let's imagine Declan Rice won a Champions League. It doesn't mean because you've won a Champions League or so much that you're in comparison.
But if he was to win with England, and he was to win with Arsenal,
bro, it wouldn't matter.
He would elevate him into that conversation.
Not to Gerrard.
No, with the importance of Declan Rice,
he would immediately be one of England's most important midfielders in a long time.
Yeah, but also look at the importance in England. But also look at the importance of if Arsenal are to get success, there are a few players that we're going to point to.
No, but I feel like we're muddying up Dylan's argument. Dylan's argument strictly that the threshold to get into that conversation is not.
I think you lot are conflating Dylan's argument. Dylan's he said he believes that he can become a potential player that's in that conversation.
What we're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. No, that's not what we're saying. You're saying
you lot are not saying. You lot have just mixed it up with he's got a win.
You're not saying what he said. Dylan's saying something completely different to you. You're saying Dylan's saying he believes that Declan Rice got the potential to be in those conversations.
Yeah, I'm saying
but that's not what you're saying. You said it'll be easy to usurp Gerrard. It's 2 different convos.
Okay. Yeah, but it's based on potential. It's based on what he will go on to do. That's what I'm saying.
My point is, Arsenal
if he, for example, goes on to play the way he does, but doesn't win any of that, then no, of course not, he's not in that conversation. But he needs to continue doing what he's doing, and then Arsenal need to go, and England need to go on to win because he is important. Like, for example, let me just give an example, right? If last season let's just say hypothetically we did go on to win the Champions League. I'm not saying, I know it's maybe. You're going to look at Declan Rice and go, he was the key reason to us actually having that success because of the free kick. You're going to look at moments in those sort of moments and go, Rice was a vital cog to that. And that's why I'm saying, like, if he continues to be that vital cog and we then generate success on the back of it, I can then, in my opinion, he does surpass Gerrard. That's just my opinion.
Oh, stop saying.
That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion.
I know, but you can't keep.
Let's bring this back, though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment down below what you thought of that video you just watched.